Without the schema on your page, Google wouldn't know that you are a local business. Schema is just a piece of code that you put on the website that helps search engine understand your page and categorize it. A good example would be like if you're searching for shoes online, you might see some search results which display prices. That's coming from schema. You might see some search results that display the rating as well. A lot of the times they'll show stars. Those stars are coming from the schema itself. So if you're a restaurant, you're gonna be putting local schema on your pages. That would mean Google would know what your location is, and if someone's searching for a cafe nearby, and if you are a cafe, you would show up in results, probably higher than other people who don't have schema. A service business could live without schema, especially if you are servicing all of Australia. But that service business with schema would obviously rank better and get more clicks. You can live without it, but if you need more traffic, go ahead and put schema on your pages. So I think it's more important for products nowadays because you want to be displaying the product prices and whatever reviews you have on the Google search page. That's the only way you're gonna increase your click-through rate. There's recipe schema, so if you search for recipes, you probably see the boxes at the top. Those boxes are coming from recipes. A lot of the new CMS like Shopify, they have integrated schema in their code by default.
We've heard some good news from one of our developers in the team that has led to a feast in the office.
I got my Australian citizenship.
Gilbert brought some interesting goodies with a touch of culture.
So this would be baklava. It's like a Lebanese sweet. There's like different ways to make it. This is kind of like a mix of different ones using pistachios. But we obviously would have different versions as well with different kinds of nuts and stuff. The other one is called barazit. Technically a Syrian kind of biscuit type of sweet. So if you have a bit of a sweet tooth but you don't handle too much sugar, that would be good.
It's called baklava, I believe, and it looks delicious.
A very good example of schema could be a movie. A movie can have actors, anything that could be structured, anything that could be classified into categories is schema. It's an easier way of helping search engines understand what the page is about. And if you search for best movies to watch, Google will show you a list of movies. If you search for a TV series, say Game of Thrones, then Google will list not only Game of Thrones and all the seasons associated with Game of Thrones, but it will also list all the actors and the cast and everything else. It's very important to tell Google what the page is about. Then the best way to tell them is to mark the page up with schema. We've helped a lot of business improve their websites by implementing schema. One notable example was Melbourne Central. And so whenever a user would hop online and search for what's happening in Melbourne, they would see events that were happening in the Melbourne Central. We've also helped Luna Park. Whenever you search great places to go in Melbourne, there's a likelihood that some of these businesses would show up. If you do the job well, then these pages will rank high and Google will use that as an authoritative information to present to the end users.